This is Sports Radio KFH.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
When I wake up,
the best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel all right.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is...
just driving the kids to soccer practice.
Make every day feel epic in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA-estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
And hey, come on, no cleats on the seats.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me, I called ART.
Traffic. Main roads are running smoothly, but be aware of construction on I-135 North on the ramp to Kellogg West. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey Wichita traffic. Weather.
Good morning. Mainly sunny, breezy, and hot today. A high of 91. The record high today is 92, so it will be a close call. Southwest winds will switch to the north at 15 to 25. Clear and mild tonight. 57 should do it for the low. Sunny and cooler, but still warm on Wednesday with a high of 85. Partly cloudy, lower 90s on Thursday with a tiny chance of an afternoon storm. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
Some people buy a $20 strawberry. Others listen to us for free. One of these choices is smart.
97.5 and 1240 KFH. Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH Wichita. KNSS HD2 Clearwater, an Odyssey sports station.
Hey Wichita, it's Jacob Alfrott. Stay right there for the latest breaking in sports talk. It's Sports Daily coming up next exclusively on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Jim Rome here with your Rome Report. ESPN Sham Sharini reports the NBA will neither fine nor suspend Victor Wembanyama after he was ejected for committing a flagrant foul 2 against Naz Reid last night. Powder and the league actually got this one right. Absolutely, that foul should have been upgraded to a flagrant 2, and Wemby should have been ejected, but not suspended for a game. He's not a dirty player. He had never been ejected or suspended previously. The play occurred in a live ball situation, and not away from the ball is a malicious or dirty shot. Furthermore, Reed was not injured on that play. If he was, we'd be having a totally different conversation. The Spurs already lost Wemby for nearly a half, and they lost that game. That punishment fits that crime. The Wolves already caught a break, and they capitalized, but don't be looking for a further bailout here. If you're going to beat the Spurs, you're going to have to beat the Spurs. I'm Jim Rome. And remember, you can follow me on Instagram at Jim Rome.
The U.S. Treasury quietly released its official financial report for 2025. It appears by its own numbers, the U.S. government seems insolvent. It's reported that the Treasury shows about $6 trillion in assets and over $47 trillion in liabilities. Add it all up, and it looks like the U.S. owes more than $130 trillion it doesn't have. If that were a family, they'd earn $52,000 a year, spend $73,000, and already be more than $1 million underwater. Any accountant would call that insolvent. So how does the government fix this? It can print money, which erodes your purchasing power. It can raise taxes, or it can cut benefits. And none of those can help to protect you. That's why many people who have something to lose move part of their savings into physical gold and silver, assets that can't be printed, defaulted on, or voted away. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide and a no-pressure conversation. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. Do it before the next headline, not after. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
The Zen philosopher Basho once wrote, "A flute with no holes is not a flute.
Really?
And a donut with no hole is a Danish."
Really?
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH, this is Sports Daily.
Wow! Hey! Isn't that exciting?
It is exciting. Hey, everybody. Welcome into Sports Daily. It is a Tuesday. Glad to be with you here. Jake Ballbrook, TJ Cleveland coming at you. We've got the radio listeners here on KFH. You can call us at 869-1240. You can also email us at sportsdaily@kfhradio.com. We got you on our video streams. Thanks for watching us on 12 News Connected, on Facebook, on YouTube, on X. You can reach out to us on those social media sites. We can take those over the air. Thanks for listening to us on the Odyssey app. We are happy to be with you there as well. And if you are there, you can leave us voice messages. Glad to be here with you this morning. We'll get more into the Royals back in action today. Of course, we teased it yesterday. We'll dig into some of these injuries, any long-term concerns there with those. Also want to talk a little bit about what's, potentially coming with the expansion of the NCAA tournament. The opportunity perhaps for Wichita, as we know Wichita plans to bid on getting some of those opening round games. We'll get to the latest there, our thoughts on that as well, and a variety of other things around the sports world. It's all What's on Tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, now featuring Caddy Snack, Wichita's golf beer. Caddy Snack Blonde Ale, refreshingly crushable and makes the perfect pairing from the first tee to the 19th hole. No matter the score, Caddy Snack reminds you to beer the ball. Wichita Brewing Company. Pizza and beer made here. TJ, good morning. How are you? I don't think we have your microphone, TJ. I'm not sure. We'll get that fixed real quick. We had a couple of things you can chime in on. It's funny. Sometimes we just get into the rabbit hole conversations. Yesterday it was about, are you pro-cruise or anti-cruise, as there's some cruise news out in the world right now. And we've had a lot of people reach out, whether they're for it or against it. I appreciate everybody. Kent sends us an email. He's very pro cruise, invites us to try it out. If you'd like to chime in on that topic, you can today. You never know where we go, especially this time of year. Sometimes you get down a rabbit hole, and we really appreciate any conversation. To be quite honest with you, we're just trying to get you through your workday. We got you back there, TJ?
We do. Stupid Mike. I was just ready to cruise along throughout the show, and now we start off there. Rocky waters, if you will.
Rocky waters. There are some reports out there of revenue for Big 12 schools that we can get into as well. There's some pretty interesting numbers out, and I don't know what this reporting is. There are a lot of good people following along that are, sort of attributing these numbers. They're coming from Jeff Fuller, an ophthalmologist and retinal surgeon. So we can look at some of that today as well. Kansas faring well in the Big 12, certainly. But when you stack it up against, some of the other conferences, the Big 12, a little bit lagging there, TJ, to be quite honest with you. So we can talk about that too. I don't know if you've seen all of these numbers, but they're interesting for sure. And when you stack them side by side, I think we've heard this kind of thing, and I think it's interesting as we make our way toward, getting all kinds of new money in, and we see all these things. For example, Kansas, who's leading the Big 12, and this is according to to EADA. Kansas is leading the way at $173 million revenue. For a comparison, they're at number 31. Texas is at double that, $343 million in the number 1 spot. And and the top teams are your usual candidates, teams you'd expect: Texas, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Tennessee's up there. Interestingly, there are some notables all over the place. So we can get into that as well if you'd like. And there's some other numbers that conflicted a little bit out there. I mean, what do you make of all this, TJ? Like, I don't know. Are the schools required to report this stuff?
I mean, a little bit. And, accounting, your public institutions, you have to do that kind of thing, and the books. But yeah, I don't know.
I don't think these are all public institutions reporting. Baylor's in there, BYU's in there. So I don't know where the info is coming from. It's equity in athletics data analysis is
where are you finding this? The dark webs? Why didn't you see this at all?
No, so there's a lot of beats are retweeting this stuff from a guy named Jeff Fuller, who has just charts and graphs up, but you're getting a lot of run out of it, and that's what makes these kinds of things. These are usually the things that fall into headlines I missed. To be perfectly honest with you. But like Fitz has retweeted this, couple of the KU beats have retweeted this. And so I think it's just interesting. We can look at it as we make our way through the show here. But the big takeaway for me is, if it's even remotely accurate, Kansas is at the top of the Big 12, I think is of interest to us. And just how the Big 12 compares to some of the other conferences is of interest to us. So we can get into that throughout the show today as well. But the Royals getting back on the road, that'll be a big topic for you. We do have a little bit of the schedule leaking. I suspect, TJ, you follow this a little closer than I do. We get quite a bit more of that today. We have some out now. We know that, doesn't even have to really be said that the Seahawks will get to open the season. Yesterday, I think we said the Wednesday game in Australia opens it. No, the Wednesday game is going to be the Seahawks home game, and then it's the Thursday following that is the Australia game. We know that's 49ers, Rams, and then you mentioned yesterday Sunday Night Football, and then there's a couple others.
There's one that just came out 27 minutes ago. See that one?
Which one is it?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
I did not see that one.
Are taking on the Denver Broncos in the first Monday night game of the year.
Okay.
That don't know if it's home or away yet.
Boy, that's risky, isn't it? That surprises me. What if Mahomes doesn't play?
I know.
I guess it's Justin Fields, so it has
divisional. I think as a Chiefs person, like, that's scary to play a divisional game that early.
It sucks to catch the Broncos week 1, but they opened with the Chargers last year. I think the NFL likes to come in with a bang in that first week. You got for that Australia game's a divisional game. Sunday Night Football's a divisional game, which if the 49ers and Rams are playing, I don't think that they're going to put Cardinals at Seahawks on the opening game of the season. Jacoby Brissett versus Sam Darnold. But there'll be a lot of those kinds of games in the first week. They're all over the place. Chiefs Monday Night Football week 1. Now, I happen to think Patrick Mahomes will play week 1, so it's probably fine. Do you think who would that be? Aaron Andrews, Joe Buck, Troy Aikman? You think they called Pat and be like, listen, man, we just kind of need to know. You can be ready to go week 1.
Yes, the ESPN people that are, there's a meeting somewhere. Scott Van Pelt, listen, man.
Pat McAfee.
Should we come to this game?
Pat, you going to be there? You going to be there? I think he'll play week 1. But I've what have we called it? Better than 50% chance. At least that's what I've said, that he'll be ready to go at the start of the season.
Sure.
Now, will he be ready to go like full speed, all systems go? That might be a little bit of a stretch. But we'll get into some of the schedule release stuff today as well on the show. We're rocking and rolling with you. We got our Prairie Fire coffee ready. It's fueling us up. Here we go, everybody. It's that time of year. We can go off the rails anytime we want to here in mid-May. We'll do it all day long on Sports Daily. It's all Brockton, Cleveland. Don't go away.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea.
With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSEW.
Sports Daily is on KFH.
All right, welcome in, everybody. Back in, I should say, to Sports Daily. Longhofer Lawn and Tree Care celebrates 60 years in Wichita, providing expert lawn care for a healthy lawn, tree and shrub care, and bedweed control since 1966. Longhofer Lawn and Tree Care. All right, here we go, TJ. We haven't had a chance to talk about this. Thursday or Friday, one of those 2 days, it was announced that Wichita may be interested, in fact, is interested in putting in bids to be a host city. NCAA tournament, for those who've kind of been out and about not paying attention, is expanding to 76 teams next year. And they will have a second, basically what Dayton has been, coming up. Now, Wichita confirmed that they're interested in this. Initially, when this reporting came out, it was reported that the NCAA would look for a West Coast city. There have been some people that said, no, they're looking for an East Coast city. Of course, Wichita's right in the middle. Dayton covers an Eastern time zone. So it did make sense to get a later time zone, but we'll see. Wichita's interested. I think the interesting part of it, TJ, like, I love that Wichita's interested. I love that the city's being aggressive, or the decision makers are being aggressive with this. I think always should be. And Wichita has proven time and time again. People know. The question becomes, and the immediate question for me is, as long as you can still have the regular NCAA tournament, right? Like, you wouldn't want this in spite of that, even if it were every year. I would take the 5 or 6 year rotation of the main tournament. I think.
I know, but I say that I said that whenever we talked about this a couple weeks ago, when we thought that this could be a possibility, and then now that we're here, and it's like, man, they could get it, and it's like, you know how cool it would be in Wichita if we could have like, and I get the games won't be as good, but you're gonna get you're not going to get Houston and those guys like we had last year, or KU, or whenever KU's in those kind of spots. But like, if you could be what Dayton is, like, for as much as Wichita, puts on for March Madness, if you could have that every year and you get 2 games each day, which would be the same as what you have now. It'd just be on Tuesday and Wednesday rather than, Thursday and Saturday. But if they can find a way to replicate the excitement, which it won't be to the games, but to our point, like Wichita Open, like they could just have that in March. Having it on a Tuesday and Wednesday is not as ideal as a Friday and Sunday, obviously, but like, it's right there, and I think it'd be a really big deal. And if that happened, I think that I would lean towards doing it every single year.
Dayton has hosted every year since 2011.
I wonder what the people at Dayton think about that hypothetical.
Yeah, and there's some reporting out from Yahoo that they picked up another story, and well, let me go back on that. There's a lot of reporting out there right now. It's not just going to be Dayton. We know that. The question becomes, does Dayton stay the host site forever? I think that it does, just not by itself. The second site is coming, but we don't know. We don't know. Like, there are reports.
We don't know if the second
site,
like
Albuquerque, is a one that's probably. I mean, does it rotate? Does it become permanent? I don't think there's any way these opening round games have the type of buzz that the others do. Day of the week matters, and who's coming in matters too. Like, they're probably going to be 16s or 15s. We know that.
And others.
But what were the teams this year? Was it NC State, Texas?
Yeah. Miami, Ohio, SMU.
Top of the head. Miami of Ohio, SMU, and then Prairie View A&M, right? And like, I don't know, man. On a Tuesday and Wednesday versus Kansas was year one. Michigan, they had Kansas and Michigan and Houston and San Diego State. And then the last time it was, Mizzou and Drake and Houston. And it was, I don't know. It's hard to imagine. Like, our Texas, here's what you got to know. Are Texas and NC State fans waiting to try to travel to the big tournament, or are they coming to the opening round games? I think as long as it doesn't compromise getting in the regular rotation, then of course I'm all for it. Give me more. Give me the most that I can get. I wonder, and I don't think Dayton has hosted opening round games, has it? Like, why is this so hard to find?
Okay, so
2009. I mean, so this Dayton site used to host tournaments all the time. 2001, 2006, 2009, and 2013, they hosted round of 64 and 32. They have hosted first four every year since 2011. I don't think that they've been hosting any other games since they did in 2013 somehow, but then it hasn't been since then. So I don't think they're getting to do both. And the other thing is, like, well, maybe you could do the play-in games and then maybe catch a regional or something. But we're not seeing that. Yeah. So it worries me a little bit.
So let's play this game here. So what we have seen is that they're going to give you 3 at-large qualifiers, right? No, 6 at-large qualifiers and 6 automatic qualifiers that are going to play against each other in these playing games. So based on last year's bracket, I'm going to give you who we would have here. So your 16s versus 16s would be UMBC, Howard, Prairie View A&M, Lehigh, and then I guess it would technically be, who's the other ones? Long Island, the Sharks, Siena Saints, who almost beat Duke, and then Prairie View A&M. I already said them. So then you'd add your 15s into the mix. So that would be Idaho, Tennessee State, Queens, Furman, and then it would bleed into, I don't know. I guess you would I'd bleed into your 14s. So then it'd be like North Dakota State, Kennesaw State.
You're naming
Wright
too many
State,
teams now, though.
And Penn. Is that 12 teams?
Yeah, but they better not all be 16s, 15s, and 14s. You're still going to have.
I know. Those are the qualifiers. So, and you get half of these, whatever. Those are the automatic qualifiers. Your at-larges that I'm giving you here. That would be what last year was Texas and NC State and Miami, Ohio versus SMU. And so what would we get? 2 11s and 4 12s. So those are your 2 11s, I guess. And then your 4 12s would end up being Akron, McNeese, Northern Iowa, High Point, and then I guess 13s would be Hawaii, Hofstra, Troy. These are all at-larges, though. These are all automatic qualifiers. So I guess you'd go the other way.
It would be fun.
Yeah.
I hope they get, but I can't take that over what we've had.
Sorry, hold on. It would go the other way. So we'd get Texas A&M, Santa Clara, Mizzou, and UCF. It'd be 10s, not 13.
Which would be okay, but you're only getting maybe 2 of those, and you're hoping that 2 of them are big time fan bases that would travel to a Tuesday, Wednesday game. But again, like this expansion, most people aren't even going to know that it happened, because to most people the tournament doesn't start until Thursday. Always has been, always will be. So are people even wired that way the same? Like, are you, when it's, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we got people taking off work. We got businesses getting ready. We got people set. Like, are we doing that on a Tuesday and a Wednesday in March? Probably not. Probably not. So I think it would be different. I think it would be awesome. I just don't want it to compromise the other. My guess is that they'll rotate this city.
I think so too. I think it'd be smart to rotate the city because I think when you look at Dayton, like the people of Dayton show up for it, but like they're not packing it. Like I think the people of Dayton are like, well, another playing game. We do this every year. So I think that it would be smart to take it on the road just to be like, it's like, all right, Albuquerque, what do you got? Show it to us. Like and if you do it that way, and Wichita gets it every 5 years, alternating over the other ones that they get, then it's like, well, then we're going to show up for that, like.
But it can't compromise.
Yeah,
being in the rotation for the other.
That's what I'm saying. So if they got to land this one in the middle of getting the other ones,
then heck yeah, bring it on.
Absolutely.
And even if you could be, even in a best case scenario, you could be the other Dayton. You could do it and still qualify to also host later games. Because if we're talking about, okay, you can have these play-in games and a regional, then I would be willing, because I've always say I'd rather have the first 2 rounds than the second 2 rounds. And so, but if you gave me the other and that, then okay, I'm probably good with that. I just need the 4 days. I need all those schools in and get because you don't want to lose what's captured. That's been so positive for Wichita. So positive for Wichita. It's a stressful time for our friends that are involved in those processes, the bidding and the, trying to, you want to talk about a lot, like you're talking years and years and years of work to try to get one of these to get here, let alone pull it off. So we know though, I mean, they're in right now, like right away, day one, Visit Wichita confirms like we're bidding, we're trying to get in here. I'm intrigued. I don't know. I wish maybe we'll track somebody down from Dayton and say, what would you think? What would you prefer? Would you rather be in the rotation or would you rather just have it every year?
It's interesting stuff.
I'm afraid, like, because Wichita right now is not in the rotation, by the way. They're not hosting through 28. We know that. So the next I think they go in, believe Josh Howe told us when we talked to him from the last tournament, this round went through 28 and then they'll open it up for 29 through 31 after that. So I think that's where Wichita will start go bidding again, is 29 through 31. And what was the year? What year did we have it here? 23 or 4? 24? Is that my years are
talking about?
Well, the last time we had the tournament here.
25. Did we just have it?
24, 25 season, right? So the tournament in 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, so 29, I think, becomes that first spot. I'm trying to see if it's 29 or 30, whatever it is. They're gonna pick Wichita for something. You don't pull off 2 tournament events like this, and like they're going to pick Wichita. It's which one, if it has to be one, because right now they're scrambling to find the cities. Now, I will tell you candidly, to me, it makes a whole lot more sense to get a West Coast city or a time zone over there for television purposes, because they're going to need to spread these games out a little bit so that you don't want these games overlapping. There'd be no sense in that. How many would you have to have a day? Right now, there's 2 a day on Tuesday and Wednesday, so you're going to have 4 a day on Tuesday and Wednesday. They're going to have a West Coast window, and they're going to have to, and they will have to have more than one playing. Yeah, there's no other way around it. If you're getting in because I don't think you're starting those games early. You'd probably have like a 6:30 tip time and an 8:30 tip time each day.
You're right. I thought it would be staggered, but you're right. They're going to play them in Dayton and the other side on Tuesday and Wednesday both. 6 games in one, 6 games on the other. So 3 a day at each. So I mean, you'd have to get like a 9 a.m. game. Like you're gonna have to start rolling them out if you're trying to get them all on TV without any overlap.
10.
Yeah, it'd have to be like 4, 6, 8, and then, but then you're asked like, are you going to overlap
they
them?
They won't do that. They'll have enough. They'll have enough if two sites are hosting games. They'll have enough.
Are they going to overlap them on TV?
They have to. I mean, I don't think if you're going to get them into two days, I think you have to. You get away with Thursday and Friday having games early in the day, but you're not going to be able to do that on Tuesday and Wednesday also. I don't think. Nobody would watch.
Why not? That's what everybody loves about March Madness is there's basketball on.
I understand, but you're
noon.
People plan, like people take vacation to get off Thursday to watch game. They're not
maybe that's what they need. Maybe that's what the play-in needed.
I'm just trying to be logical on what's likely going to happen here. And so if that's the case and you're getting games almost absolutely necessary going to be those late tip times, it's going to be West. When this all first came out, they said all the reporting was they were looking for a West Coast Dayton or a West time zone, Pacific time zone Dayton. So when our people at 12 News started to reach out and get it, I was like, Wichita's going to bid on that. Okay. But Dayton's still going to host. So what does that mean? All right. That means Wichita's got a chance. If Wichita and Dayton, I mean, they'd be two great sites to do it. It would just be logistically, I'm not sure how they'd pull it off. So it's all a part of it. Wichita's trying to get on the map in this. It's becoming a known commodity in this world. I mean, Wichita needs to be hosting events all the time. Wichita's downtown, Old Town with the arena is built for these types of events, and we know the community almost always shows up for this stuff. Always. Look at Banana Ball.
Yep.
Banana Ball this weekend.
I think
stuff doesn't just roll through.
If I had to take a stab at how this is going to play out, I think you're right. I think that they do want to go west and be in California or wherever out there, just to get the late night games and things like that. But I think that next year, like Wichita's got a really good, like this coming year is the best chance that Wichita can have, I think, is that it's like
this first one.
Because usually, as we're talking about, like you have like 4 years to prep to get March Madness coming to your city. Like that's how the rotations work and getting everything knowing and like, okay, in a couple of years,
it's got to
have this.
Quick. You're right.
Like this is 10 months away. Like, I don't know how many people can say we can do this like this. We will have probably this many people show up because Wichita has those numbers to say like, we did this for a draw that didn't have KU or any local tie at all. Like we can do this if you give us to us, and we can do it in 10 months and we'll knock it out of the park. And so I think this is the best chance that they have is this one. And then if it does really well, then that's something else as well, as they could get it again and again and again. But I think that their ideal is probably like, we want to end up in Seattle or wherever, or Spokane. I think Spokane was on the list, which would make a lot of sense.
Be a good one.
Okay,
would be a good one.
Like,
I guess,
that may be their ideal goal, but I think that it could be something to where it's just like, okay, we got to figure this out. Wichita wants to do it. Go crazy, guys.
Excuse me.
Go me, Lord, Jacob. You good?
I might be dying. I think at the end of the day, for me, if it's a 1 year proposition, 100% sign me up for year one of this. If it's an every year commitment, I'm a little more, well, hang on, I need a whole lot more details before I'm ready to give up the rotation of the others to do this instead. But if this becomes a rotational thing, if this is a frantic, get the first couple of years covered, then I would be all about it for sure.
What if this won't happen, but throw this hypothetical at you. What if the NCAA said, you know what, we're going to change the way that this is done, and we're going to make Dayton all auto bids. You get all the at-larges.
Well, then,
that'd be like, I mean, you'd get.
But are you getting them on Tuesday and Wednesday?
You'd get.
Yeah, or are they saving up their money to go wherever they need to go Thursday and Friday?
You'd get them Tuesday and Wednesday, and you'd get 12 Power 5 teams,
would you get their fans? Would you get their fans?
You got a better chance to draw Texas A&M fans than Hofstra.
Oh, for sure. They're not going to do the hypothetical you just said, but I'm just saying, like, are you getting as many Texas A&M fans on Tuesday as you might on Thursday if they make it.
You know what? Let's expand this thing to 96. Let's keep going.
Why not? We need more teams.
This is great. We've changed our tune.
We gotta have more host cities. We need more teams. Yeah, 96. You're on the radar. All right, we'll come back. Let's talk some Royals when we return.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
310-1 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea.
With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite, or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
869-1240.
Time to get busy.
This is Sports Daily on KFH.
Welcome back in, everybody, to Sports Daily. Glad to be here with you. Thanks to Crestview Country Club for being a great supporter of the program. It's golf season. It's hot. Sun's staying out late. Maybe you're like me. Get off work, go play a little nightcap. Little 9 holes, about 7 o'clock. It's great. Give them a call. They got 36 to choose from. You can get out there and check it out. Take a tour of the facilities. The pool will open back up soon. It will be at full steam ahead out off of 127th Street in East Wichita. Give Crestview a call. Tell them we sent you here from Sports Daily. Let's talk Royals, TJ. Injuries, something we didn't get to yesterday as they get back on the road this week. Becoming a bit of a concern. Cole Reagans, we're still, we see him on the 15-day IL. If that's all it is, it feels like at this point it'll be lucky, I think, right? Mm-hmm. And even if he comes back off of it, kind of feels like you just playing with fire a little bit with his health. I don't know. I don't think if you're projecting out the Royals at this point, you have ace-level Cole Reagans as much of a part of those projections, and you were just going to have to be there. So you're without your ace, you're without your projected closer, right? These are moderately concerning, but it doesn't feel that way because the Royals are starting to play well finally. But I do think we got to pay attention to this stuff. Is it Tigers level losing Tarik Skubal? Probably not. We would have thought it would have been before the season started, but it hasn't proved to be that. But these are key pieces the Royals were counting on having in a postseason run. And when you look at what's happening at the trade deadline, I can't imagine the Royals are going to be aggressive at the deadline. They really don't have anything to be aggressive with anymore. Remember when they had so much pitching depth, maybe they could still trade Chris Bubich even if they were in contention.
I know.
I don't think that's happening anymore.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. That's what, we could be overreacting or underreacting. I feel like it is that you really don't know where it stands right now. I think that we'll learn as we see more about the injuries, but like as it stands right now, I feel like we're kind of set in the middle. Is that like, if Reagans is hurt long term, then it's like, oh, God, that's not good. But it's also like we sat here before the season and said how much pitching depth that they had. It felt like they had 8 starters. And do they show up? I don't know. But
they probably still do. But if Noah Cameron is inconsistent and Seth Lugo is not, he keeps having these random dud games kind of. Now you're down to 5. If anybody gets hurt, Kolek was good. Thankfully, in his first start, he pitches. He's going to be back in the rotation. And you're glad they have him. He's pitching tonight. In fact, Lugo's been really strange. I don't know what to make of Lugo's season. Do you? Because it's been. I don't know how many of these has he had? Just 2, I think, where you've just been. But yeah, now you're looking at the game against the Angels. He gave up 7 runs. It was 4 runs in 4 innings against Cleveland, and they got him out of there because he was just getting knocked around everywhere. He walked 4 guys, 7 hits in 4 innings. So it's not the Lugo that was. What did he finish? 3rd in Cy Young that year. But he's 36 years old, and this is what we were talking about at the beginning of the season. He's 36 years old. Like, to count on this rotation to be what it's been has always felt like a fool's errand to me. So they're going to have to lean into the offense and the bullpen. I was more concerned about the bullpen, and that's where I think on this Carlos Estevez setback that maybe this becomes a little more daunting. Because they still have, Waka, they still have Bubich. We'll see what they get out of Kolek. I'll take, Lugo most of the time. He's just not going to be that Seth Lugo. Noah Cameron feels like a 5th starter at best to me. Like, without Reagans, they're not nearly as top heavy, but they have a respectable rotation to run out there. But they're going to need their bullpen to be really good. So if Estevez isn't there, that to me is almost. Well, I don't want to say it's as concerning as Higgins. It's not. But it's a totally different problem that could create problems for you, not just every fifth day, but every day.
That's why I think it's more complex because of that reason, is that the starting situation, I think that you kind of know what you're getting in bed with the starting situation. And by that, I mean, is that, whenever you need a Kolek start or a Lewinder Avila start, like, you're not going to get a, Michael Wacha, what he's been and things like what you're kind of,
and you also know it's going to be every fifth day, 20% of your games. Your bullpen can affect you in 100% of your games.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, is that you kind of know, like, oh, well, I hope the offense is good. If the bullpen problem can be Wacha can go 7 scoreless, and then we're sitting here in the 8th, and it's like, all right, Ursig, like, what can you do for me?
Well, and I feel good about that, right? Like, I feel good about Wacha. I feel good about Ursig. I feel good about Lynch, and I'm pretty sure I feel good about Strom again. If Schreiber can recapture what he's been, and he has his last few outings, then that's a big help. But to me, it's okay. You're a little shakier in your rotation. Like, the Royals can't just go out there and concede. If we're not up in the 5th inning, we're going to lose this game. Like, that makes it hard when you have a bullpen that doesn't feel like it's super deep. And maybe it's getting deeper because guys will come around, and that would be awesome. But right now, if it's not one of those guys we just mentioned, you're just like, are they going to be able to do anything here? And it hadn't been great lately. If you combine that with, some of these other starters that aren't going to get you there, it's like, how many of these games are you just kind of waving the white flag on? And of course, they aren't approaching them that way. But, as we're observing it, like, boy, you don't feel good about this starter getting you to the 7th inning. You don't feel good about the bullpen until the 7th inning. What happens there in the middle? And can the Royals overcome that? And the obvious answer to all of that is, well, yeah, if they can hit, they can. They just got to hit. They're going to have to score more runs. They're going to have to score more runs per game this year than they have either of the last two. Right? I mean, the pitching's just not going to be as good.
Yep. I don't know. It's interesting where they are now and where they go forward, because I think that as we sit here, you brought up the point yesterday that it feels like today feels like the start of the new season. Like it was so bad and they erased it, and now it's true. Like, depending on what they do from here, like, they don't need to go on a 20-game win streak, but they also can't go on a 20-game losing streak. Like, if they stayed 500 around from this point on forward, like, they'll be in a spot to be competitive towards the end of the year. Right?
Yes. I think it's butt puckering time in the sense of, like, yes, you started over. At any point, though, I will say, like, if they have any other stretch of even close to what they did in early April, it will drown their season.
It's true.
Because they were so lucky.
I think that's what
nobody ran away with it.
There's the reason that we're not saying that the new season started 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, they needed that to get back to zero.
Because they had to get back to square one to restart the season. Like, they were in the basement. Now they're in the main floor, and they figure out where to go from here. So I think that it's interesting, and why I bring that up is that we talk about the expectations that we have, and, like, it's changed. The conversations that we're having have changed so much since mid-March. And
we're only 2 months into this thing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, is that, how much different do you feel about what if we knew all the info that you know now, and it was back to March 30th and we're starting the season over? What's your expectation for the Royals? Not record aside. I'm not even saying the record. Just the way that people have performed, that you've watched. You were able to time travel and see it. Now we're back to day one.
So we start over, and we know Reagans will be out. We know Estevez will be out. We know Vinny and Salvi will be far under their average.
Correct.
We know Wacha will be great.
We know Cags won't play every day.
Cags won't play against lefties. We know Lugo will not be. Lugo will be somewhere in between what he was at the beginning of last year and the end of last year. Pesky. A contender for a wild card spot, maybe. It's a lot when you go into
the better question is, how much different is that than what you thought on March 29th?
Different.
Because on March 29th,
I have pretty high expectations for the Royals this year.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, different. I mean, look, the reality, and this has had nothing, almost nothing to do with the results we've seen on the field from them, which is the wildest part about this. But right now, their ace and their closer are on the IL. A lot of teams can't survive that. And that hasn't even really had much of an impact on what's happened this year. That's what's so crazy, because of all the other little subplots we've seen this year. At the end of the day, if this team isn't a top offense, I don't think this is going to work. They're going to have to be an offense that is relentless, that can score runs all throughout a game. The only winning games in which you get up 2 or 3 to nothing early in the game thing that's been following the Royals the last year and a half is not going to work this year. They won't have that kind of starting pitching. And right now, they don't have that kind of depth in the bullpen. So they're going to have to be a more consistent offense. I pulled and dug in, and we brought this up briefly yesterday, the April versus May thing. It was really interesting, side by side, where they ranked in the big leagues in all the major offensive categories. TJ, almost all of them were within a few spots of, in league rankings, except for runs scored. Exactly. which was significantly different. And so I don't know. You can take one of two things away. You can take away, well, they were still a pretty good offense. They just were unclutch, and maybe that evens itself out, or that's the offense. And is it good enough? Which is pretty much in the middle of the league all across the board, right? They're somewhere between 10 and 17 in most offensive categories this year. Is that going to be good enough? Do they need to be a top offense? Because I don't think that's coming either. Like this team, I don't know what the Royals are doing at the deadline. Like, what would you even say they need to go trade for right now?
No, I don't know.
I mean, if it's a starting pitcher, I don't think that's in the cards. That's probably not happening. Now, they've spun some gems last year, getting Kolek and I don't know what's down there. I mean, maybe Carter Jensen's shown you enough that you can afford to trade more of your catching depth in the minor leagues. I don't know what's out there. It'll be tricky though. Man, they need Reagans to just be good. They need Reagans to just be good. I think that's the bottom line. Pitcher's elbow though, are we really counting on that? I don't know if we're going to see Estevez this year at this point. This isn't even intended to be doom and gloom. Like, the Royals are hot. They're looking good. They're right there. They start a series with the White Sox tonight on the road. You'll hear it right here on KFH. We'll come back. Let's get to these revenue of the Big 12 story a little bit. Let's talk about the schedule release a little bit. We got a wide variety today on Sports Daily. Stick around for another hour.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
8310 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea.
With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issue a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Donut with no hole. It's a Danish.
Really?
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
Wow! Hey! Isn't that exciting?
All right, everybody, welcome into another hour of Sports Daily. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland here with you on this Tuesday. Getting ready for the summer, getting ready for the end of the school year coming up. Congratulations to all the graduates out there, or maybe here, the parents of those graduates. You did it. You're almost there. We're happy to be with you this time of year. We're going to talk some football on the other side of this segment here, where we'll get to some headlines I missed. But I want to talk about some of these revenue numbers being thrown out there in the Big 12. It is apparently from self-reported U.S. Department of Education figures. Doesn't factor in everything, but it's most of it. So we'll see where the Big 12 is lining up and where it compares to some of the other conferences around the country. We'll also talk about what's been out there in the NFL schedule leaks The Chiefs involved a little bit here this morning, a headline that I missed right off the top of the show that TJ told us about. So we'll have it all. It's all What's on Tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, where it's patio season. Have a brew with a view on Delano's rooftop deck. Enjoy happy hour on WBC East patio, or grab a pizza outside shielded from the setting sun at WBC West. When you think patio, think Wichita Brewing Company, pizza and beer made here. All right, TJ, let's jump right into it. Headlines I missed.
All right, Sports Daily fans, let's take you to the sports headlines Jacob probably didn't see.
All right, I saved a bunch to talk about. I got one of them that's a little bit of a think piece, so we're going to save that, and we'll carry into the next segment a little bit. So we'll do that one last, but lots of very random ones to get into. First of all, follow-up headline from yesterday. Ryan Lochte, where does he coach, Jacob?
Missouri State.
Good job, Ryan Lochte, Missouri State. Front Office Sports got the contract. Ryan Lochte, 12-time Olympic medalist, multi-gold winner. At one point was, the number 2 swimmer ever, probably. Most famous, maybe at a point. Big deal back in the day. He will make $34 an hour.
Okay.
$30K a year to be a Missouri State assistant coach. He gets bonuses. If the men's or women's win the Missouri Valley title, he gets $750. If any NCAA individual qualifies for NCAA individuals or a relay qualifier, he gets $500 for those. So Ryan Lochte. Everybody asks the question, how does Missouri State have Ryan Lochte money? They don't. Ryan Lochte is going to make as much as a normal swimming assistant.
Yeah, he's
cool.
out there. That's what I mean, cutting his chops. That's what made
our
sense
guy,
about it.
Our pal Sully Ingalls got an interview with him yesterday. He's out in Springfield now, and about how it all happened. And Ryan Lochte said he saw an opening online, called the coach, and said, "Hey, it's Ryan Lochte. I want to coach there." I said, "Okay,
all right, yeah, well, okay, all
sure,
right.
Sure, man."
Yeah.
It's cool stuff. A little bit of World Cup yesterday. I did some of this on 12 News. I don't know if you saw Arrowhead Stadium in the process of becoming Kansas City Stadium.
The letter removals.
G-Haw is gone for the month.
GEHA.
I know.
Get it right. GEHA. That's like the Shocker baseball stadium. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Isn't that the technical term?
They need another one.
Doesn't roll off the tongue. Yeah,
they should go with the GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium at the Truman Sports Complex.
There you go.
Let it really roll off.
Or as the World Cup will call it, what are they calling it? Field A?
Kansas City Stadium.
Kansas City Stadium. That's like what you get on the old video game football games where they didn't have the rights to anything.
That's right.
Kansas City Stadium.
Yes, it looks pretty weird right now. Honestly, they took all the branding off, so there's no arrowhead on the back of the scoreboards right now. They've taken out 3,500 seats from the stadium for auxiliary press boxes and such. The field itself, you remember the story that they put temporary seating in to take it out for this, so the bowl is smaller. It's steep where it drops off because they needed more room behind the sidelines because it takes up the entire grass. So I don't know. I'm getting kind of excited. I'm excited for the World Cup.
Yeah, I am too. I'm ready for the games at this point. I want Team USA to be awesome. I don't even know how they're supposed to do.
We're at the point now where we do the thing in Super Bowl time where it's the 2 weeks before the Super Bowl where you just beat it into the ground, and by the time you get to the Super Bowl, it's okay, can we play it? We've been doing that for 4 years.
We're a month out now, officially, 1 month.
Yep.
I don't know what to expect from the tournament itself. So I'll probably end up rooting for Team USA, of course.
Nope.
And then maybe whoever makes it out of Kansas City.
Yeah.
Is that a good?
I'm not sure, actually. We're not well versed in this, people, as you all can imagine. We're not big footies. Is Kansas City? Do they have a pool? I don't think it's a pool. I think it's multiple different games within different pools. I don't think it's like March Madness where who gets out of Wichita.
Yeah, look, I'll be honest. I sit at soccer games, especially for my oldest daughter who's playing a full field soccer, real 11 on 11. and like I have to ask other parents. The sports guy has to ask other parents questions about the rules. Like, why isn't that offsides? Was that offsides? Can I yell at the ref? Did the ref just miss that call? Or am I going to sound like an idiot? Most of the time I sound like an idiot because I don't know the rules of this thing. So yeah, like I'm fired up for the World Cup, but footy, is that the term?
Footy.
Not that. Not that. It's grown on me. I love watching my kids play. It has really grown on me. So I'm curious to take that now into the World Cup and see if I have a better appreciation for what I'm seeing. But probably I'm going to throw on my most obnoxious red, white, and blue shirt and just root like hell for Team USA.
I'm going to do
That's
that.
what
for
it's
sure.
going to be.
I want to. People, I know that there's some soccer people that are driving to work right now listening to us, and their blood is boiling because we're acting like stereotypical Americans. Oh,
I think they get it.
It's called soccer. It's called soccer. I want to. I genuinely, I'm going to make an effort. I'm going to understand the storylines about who Algeria is bringing to Kansas City. I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to put myself and commit to it. I may need to watch some film, but I'm going to make myself not sound like an idiot because I'm excited the World Cup's coming. So it's a big deal to me. World Cup, month and 4 days away. Other headlines. Let's go to Rick Pitino on the phone lines. Not phone lines. He tweeted 13 hours ago and said, back to call back in the show, Rick Pitino at Real Pitino on Twitter. Good name. When I hear people are upset the NCAA expanded to 76 teams, I think, why and who cares? The best teams advance and more teams get to experience the greatest tournament on earth. Thoughts?
I maybe am not that quite that brash about it, but I don't totally disagree. Like, who cares in the sense that most of our experiences will stay the exact same. And I like more kids getting the chance to do it. And I like struggling athletic departments getting another opportunity to not have to cut their golf programs potentially.
It's true.
So I didn't ask for it. I don't want it, but I am in no way bothered that it's happening. I don't think it just hasn't moved the needle of things that bug me even a little bit. I'm just like, oh, okay, we'll go to that then, because I can guarantee you that if the Shockers qualified, I would be excited that they qualified. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite.
I know. I probably will be. So, all right. Let's go to Banana Ball. Back to them. Like, we can't get away. My algorithm is very much targeting me towards Banana Ball. Yesterday in Atlanta, I believe this is Truist Park, Riley Green. You know Riley Green?
I know Riley Green.
Do you know Riley Green?
Outfielder for the Tigers. Yeah, I know Riley Green.
Oh, I'm talking about the country music superstar.
Yes,
I knew you were going to do that. I wanted to set you up for that. Riley Green. Riley Green, country music superstar, sang himself up to the plate. There was this girl while the Bananas did a little dance behind him at home plate. Then he grabbed a helmet and hit a base hit up the middle.
Okay. The question is, do I like Riley Green? And that is a question. He is, I believe, a little more pop country than my taste.
He is not. Incorrect.
Okay, he's one that I do like then.
I assume you do. He's not that pop country.
If it wasn't for trucks, you sure about that?
In terms of what, in terms of
round here,
yeah. In terms of what is pop country, like, he's not pop country. He's not Garth Brooks by any means, but he's not part.
The new is there a synthesizer anywhere in his music?
I wouldn't say so.
Okay, then I probably like him. I know the name. I do get, because there's so much good music right now in the genre. So like I will get them. I'm like all in on Americana right now, I think is what they're qualifying it as. I don't think he's that. Is he? I'll just listen to a couple of his songs. I know Riley Green.
I'll say he's very much music made for country radio, but not quite Sam Hunt, where there's bass drops and things of that nature.
Then okay, what's the guy that sounds like he sings with a bubble in his throat? Luke Bryan.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Never thought about that.
Not for me.
All right, NBA draft combine is starting to happen. We got some heights and weights coming in. Flory Badunga, he got his official height, no shoes on. What do you think it is? Kansas is center.
6'9".
How about 6'7"?
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
But wingspan is going to be as good as anybody.
7'3 1/4",
which is right, which has got to be up there.
Yeah. Standing reach is 8'10".
It's the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
For that. I mean, we've known that though. I thought he was 6'9", 6'7", maybe a little short.
To wrap up that subject, our guy Fran Fraschilla tweets out, luckily, since every player in the NBA doesn't play barefoot, just go ahead and add an inch to everybody.
That's well played, Fran. Well played. All right, we'll come back. If there's any headlines left
got
over,
more.
we'll get to them. And we'll get to these Big 12 money numbers.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
310-1 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea.
With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSEW.
Sports Daily on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. Sports Daily on KFH. Listen to some Riley Green there during the break. Yeah, I know him. He's all right. He's fine. He's good. He's fine. Austin says we need a red, white, and blue Hawaiian shirt.
I'm gonna guess he has one.
Yeah, not patriotic necessarily, but red, white, and blue. Sure, yeah, of course. Yeah, I have some good patriotic, obnoxious shirts though. Yeah, we'll be festive for the World Cup for sure. Why not? Why wouldn't we be? Why wouldn't we be? All right, let's go to this. Okay, so again, I'm
hold on. I got more.
These other headlines. Okay,
I got more. The one stupid one. Then I got an actual one. R.J. Day, high school quarterback prospect, just committed to Northwestern. Why am I telling you this, Jacob? You know what the RJ stands for in R.J. Day? Ryan Day Jr., his kid.
Okay.
Committed to the Northwest.
Does Ryan Day have a connection to Northwestern? He does, doesn't he?
Chip Kelly's there.
No, I mean like somewhere in his past. That's not that important.
Anyways,
no, he doesn't. I thought he
RJ Day going to Northwestern.
Okay.
Somebody pulled up his 247. He's a 3-star quarterback. Somebody pulled up his 247 and said, heartbreaking. He didn't even get an offer from Ohio State. That's from Brandon Lee. But anyways, he had offers from like Northwestern, Boston College, Cincinnati, Purdue, Syracuse, Marshall is the ones that are here up at the top. Went to Northwestern, didn't have an offer from Ohio State. People are, one, making jokes about it that his dad didn't even offer him. But two, some people are being like, good for Ryan Day. You know, right?
Yeah, like why if your son's good enough to go actually play somewhere? Here's the reality of the situation, TJ. If he's good and he has a good year at Northwestern and Ohio State,
it's true. He just got Ohio State
quarterback shopping, like they'll just come right on over.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it sucks that he's not going to be able to watch his kid play, but that's the case for every college coach.
He's going to get to watch them play when they're playing each other.
That's right. That'll be strange. Do you blitz? Do you lay off? Do you talk to your
defensive take his head off
and say, "Hey guys, lay off him.
Take his head off." All right, this one is what I want to talk about. I'm not sure if you're aware of the, not quite scandal, step below scandal of college baseball scheduling late in the season. It's been a thing for a long time.
Avoiding RPI letdowns.
Yes. Even if you win, your RPI could go down. There's some of those weird
vaguely aware.
Like
I don't follow it closely, but I'm aware of it. Yeah.
So there's some, there was, I can't tell you off the top of my head. There's been a couple of these where they will cancel a game and they'll say that like, it was a rain out. And it's like, it rained for 10 minutes last night. Like you could have played that game. Anyways, the NCAA sent out an official memo to all Division I head baseball coaches. From Michael Alford, the chair of the D1 Baseball Oversight Committee. It reads, verbatim, on behalf of the NCAA Division I Baseball Oversight Committee, Championship Subcommittee, I wanted to let you know that we are concerned with the practice of canceling regular season games for reasons other than inclement weather. It is not the intent or spirit of the game to adjust scheduled games in an attempt to strategically impact selection data or metrics. As you're aware, when selecting teams for the championship subcommittee weighs all the available data in the complete body of work. The subcommittee has kept and will continue to keep a watchful eye on team schedules and any known reasons for any cancellation. During the subcommittee's subjective evaluation of teams, games canceled to avoid the impact on mathematical metrics will be discussed and could have a negative impact on the evaluation of a team. Best of luck to you and your institution for the rest of college baseball season. So they're saying if you try to duck a team to try to keep your RPI intact, they could very well view it as a loss, which is good. I'm all for that.
Stop being chickens. Play the games. Yeah, it's a okay. Hey, NCAA, good to have you back.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right? Like, oh, look, it's college baseball, and the NCAA is going to try to flex a little bit because they just sort of leave football and basketball alone. It feels like now. But yeah, good for them. That's a stupid thing to do. Well, don't be a sissy. Get out there and play the game.
Last week, Oregon, number 19, canceled 2 games against number 212 Grand Canyon because it would have made them go down even if they won. North Carolina State, number 42, canceled against number 279 North Carolina A&T. Miami canceled a game against Florida International due to overnight conditions, but no details were given about the nature of those conditions. Mississippi State, number 12, played number 141 Nichols. They won 21-6, and it went down. So, Jacob, the first reaction is that if you have a system where people feel like they need to do this, then your system's probably broken.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen, or don't schedule these late season midweeks like this, but you got to play somebody.
I know.
So I don't know what the answer to that is.
I know.
Don't count them toward RPI. But if you lose, that should count against you for sure.
I think you just need a better system than RPI. Like there needs to be, which it's not, it's easier said than done, but like there's got to be a little bit of like a human element to it, like the March Madness committee has a lot of human in its at-large. Like this year, metrics told you should have taken Auburn instead of Miami, Ohio.
Miami, Ohio would have been quite a bit down the list.
But I think that if you ask any human, it's like, well, yeah, we're gonna take the team that won a bunch of games, right? That there needs to be a little bit, and there is in college baseball, but not as much. Like there's a lot of stuff that's based on RPI and things like that. There's not really a KenPom for college baseball. There probably is that I don't know about, but and I know KenPom isn't used as official stats in college basketball, but it gives you more of a baseline and things like that. I don't know. I saw another one of the easy way to combat that is to just make teams play more Power 5 games. Like don't schedule so many games against North Carolina A&T. Go play somebody that's worth something. But again, it's a midweek and you don't really want to tax your pitching or anything like that. But I don't know. It's interesting stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of, you brought up KenPom and these metrics. It reminded me of something I saw yesterday. Was it Corvat? What's that other basketball?
Bart Torvik.
Torvik. Apparently has KU basketball at number 6 in its projections for next year right now. How about that? How about them apples? That's crazy for the early projections. I don't know what
it's not even the best defense in the top 10, which I figured that's what it was going to be.
It's valuing their defense as top 10. It's valuing their offense, I believe, as top 20 and 8. But man, no. I mean, unless Dennis Parker Jr. has been that much of a needle mover. So, and again, this is just using computer models. I think Torvik was big on the preseason number 1 KU teams. It's just, it was crazy to see it because it feels like it's out of nowhere. Like Kansas is not even on anybody's preseason top 25s, let alone number 6. That was pre-Dennis Parker the last time I checked those top 25s, but just something to chew on a little bit as we get through it. Torvik is not as big as KenPom or anything else, but I know a lot of basketball junkies use it a lot. So good luck. Maybe they need that for the RPI. By the way, RPI is the softball metric too, yes?
Yeah.
RPI. Kevin Saul was on the committee. Shockers last 4 out. First 4 out in softball. So there's human, but it uses that stuff pretty heavy, those metrics and things. What a silly thing. Rainouts because you don't want to lose ground on the RP. Yeah, that's silly. All right, let's talk about these Big 12 numbers, TJ. So again, this is a guy named Jeff Fuller, and it's being widely used, his data here. I think he just compiled it, but he says that these are public and private institutions required self-reporting numbers. EADA comes from the U.S. Department of Education. His asterisk also explains other revenue figures obtained may vary, that you have to put in an Open Records Act on a lot of this stuff. But the EADA database is what he's reporting here. So that says, and Kansas's are down. I think a lot of that's, TJ, because the money for the stadium went away. But they're still at the top of the league in the Big 12 at $173 million. K-State down at 15 out of 16 at $103 million. If you look across the country, KU is the highest ranked Big 12 team in at number 31. 31. The Big 12 is lagging here. Now, I don't know how much of that has to do because most of these are SEC or Big 10 teams, and we know they have the big TV deals, right? Like you got to go all the way down to Miami of Florida is an ACC school. They're at $230 million. There was another ACC. Oh, Duke is in there. Stanford is in there. No, Stanford. Did Stanford make Big 10? I don't even remember anymore.
On the ACC.
Okay. That's 3 ACC. And then North Carolina is in there, all before Kansas. So Kansas is kind of right up there with some of those ACC teams. So the Big 12's lagging. There's no doubt about it. That's why 2031 becomes such a big deal. That's why they've been so aggressive with this private equity. They got to get those numbers to come up. I think this is a lot of what Chris Kleiman's talking about. Like here, K-State rolls in with a revenue stream of $100 million. We expect them to recruit up against Texas at 3.5 times more than that. That's probably not realistic. But what does it say about the league to you that it's behind in those? And I guess at the other side, good for Kansas for leading the way. I'll tell you, I don't like that many ACC schools ahead at all.
I don't know. That's weird. That's not including, that's only revenue generated. That's not incoming dollars from donations and things of that sort.
It's I think it's all the revenue data. I think it's all the revenue data. Yeah. So
to me, is if that money is like the true like pot that they have, and that includes donor money, then I'm not shocked. If it's true revenue, then I am shocked. Like if it's true dollar making, like there's no like an
I think it all goes into a revenue bucket.
Because that's what it's always been, is that, the big dogs that, Alabama, like they're going to get more hands going into the pot than a K-State would have. But, revenue speaking, like, I mean, how much more money can you make on stadium sellouts? Like stadium's bigger, obviously, but like K-State's going to sell out every game. So that they have that going in their pot. So I don't know.
This other one, MFRS, whatever that means, includes some subsidies. Again, same guy compiling all this data, doctor. I think that's a BYU fan. The reason this is all coming out is because BYU fans are fired up at how much they've moved up this list. And I think they feel like with some more money coming in, they're going to be at the top of this list soon. So that's where this is getting a lot of its run, is BYU people. This guy, I think, is a BYU guy. I just know the Big 12 has some work to do for sure. And I think when you go all the way back and you look at these things and you wonder, like Texas and Oklahoma, why would they, that's why, guys. Like football is behind what it is. We love it. It's awesome. It's great. It's fantastic. But when we're talking about like what it is in the South, it's just different. It's just a different animal. And so that is a little bit of what the Big 12's working against. It's why I'm glad they've leaned into basketball to generate all they can generate through basketball. And we'll see how they can make up some of those gaps in football. I mean, look at Texas Tech. And I don't know if this includes what Texas Tech did last year, but all that money coming in from Texas Tech, this is fiscal year 25, so it would. So to your point, it ain't including all the money coming in from like NIL donor type stuff, or we know Tech would be, at an extraordinary level. So how sustainable is that, though? How sustainable are those donations if they're only generating that revenue compared to it? We'll see what they do here, but they need a new TV deal. And they've done good, it would appear. The schools coming in, Colorado is second on this list. BYU's 5th, Arizona State's 6th, Arizona's 8th. And that's good stuff for bringing in schools to help supplement what you lost when you look back at it. And I think people got to be realistic. Like K-State fans, be careful what you wish for sometimes. This is what we're talking about with Chris Kleiman walking out the door. This is what we're talking about with, hiring a new basketball coach. Look at numbers like this and understand, like, you're not just working with some endless supply of money. There are financial restrictions in Manhattan, clearly, that are going to make it harder for them. So if you got a good thing, don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted. You never know what it's going to be. These are big gaps that they're working with here. I mean, they're big gaps all across the league, but when you look at even Kansas State down from KU, it's a big old gap. And they sell out every football game. Do they need to be playing in bigger stadiums? No. Like, we just got to understand the financials of what they were. And I think that's where we get into what Chris Kleiman was saying. Like, how are we supposed to compete with that? Does that bother you? Like, are you bothered by that? To me, it's just reality.
I guess so. I mean, bothered by K-State
that they're at such a disadvantage financially against some of these other places.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The numbers are interesting. I'm just not really sure what makes Texas make $341 million. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm asking. Is that it's so different? Is this the number? Because they're not selling $343 million worth of tickets and jerseys,
Sponsorships, where they play matters. You know what I mean? Like, your Texas feeds into basically every major city of the state of Texas. So you've got sponsorship opportunities that are probably a whole lot different. You've got a stadium that hold what does K-State hold?
Like
40,000.
Yeah.
You got a Longhorn Stadium that holds 102,000. So, every game you're generating that much more ticket revenue. And that's times for a football, what do they get? 6 to 7 home games a year.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a significant amount. You're talking, what do you think the average price of a college football ticket is? What would you say a good average number? $100?
Yeah.
Let's call it $100. What's 100 times 60,000? That's an extra $6 million just in ticket revenue potentially every home game.
I also think that
there's $50 million right there.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. Sometimes I think about all these, schools as well, is that how, the golf example that we brought up is that, obviously I still don't think Texas is going to be selling tickets to go watch the golf team. Like, that's just not how it happens either. But I think that there's something to be said about, Texas has football and baseball and basketball and women's basketball are all top 25 programs. Volleyball just was in the national tournament as well. Like, I think that those kind of schools as well, obviously it's going to be driven by football and basketball. But a lot of these
baseball at Texas, at Tech, they sell out baseball games.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of the teams towards the top of this list, like, you can see that it's not just a football school.
And the TV money is significantly bigger in those leagues. I mean, I think that's a big difference too, which is why 2031 is so critical for the Big 12. You have got to get better than the ACC in your television contract. All right, we'll come back. We got a little more Sports Daily for you. Don't worry. We're rocking and rolling here on a Tuesday. Don't go away.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
310-1 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea.
With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite, or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Sports Daily is on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody, to Sports Daily. Glad to be here with you on this Tuesday. It's all Brockton, Cleveland. Got Royals baseball tonight right here on KFH to tune into. Dan Patrick will follow us at 11 before Jim Rome. Glad to be with you here. Schedule releases, schedule leaks. What is the official? Wednesday, tomorrow morning? Is the
Thursday? Thursday, actually. I was wrong.
So tomorrow's the international slate. Tomorrow's the international slate. Okay.
Are they overshooting the international games?
What do you mean? Are they doing too many of them?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think it's fine. I'm not able to get as locked into like those 8 a.m. ones as I would like to be. They kind of sneak up on you a little bit. But I think the reason the league is doing them is the right reason. I think they're trying to, you have to globalize your if you're as a brand as big as the NFL is, like, it's hard to imagine how much they have captured and like own American pop culture to not spread that out into the rest of the world. I mean, you were just in Scotland. How many NFL football fans did you run into?
I mean, I saw a bunch of hoodies of sports teams. Saw a Chiefs hoodie like my first day there. It's true. It is something that I thought about, is that, there's so much of it that, just culture wise, like NBA, NFL, and like, there's not really, obviously there's in basketball, there's the Euro League over there, but still, like, I've never thought about it as that, obviously there's always the debate about like the world champions. It's like, well, you beat 29 of the teams from America. Like, how are you the world champion? But it's like,
nobody else does it, right?
It's the best league. And like, it's the, it's the top, it's the cream of the crop all the way around. And that includes, and like, I've never thought about it this way, but it's obvious is that like all the best players go play in America. And so if you are,
but they do that in baseball and basketball too, but those are international sports.
Yeah, they are. And they still go to America is my point that I'm really making there. It's not that it's just like, it's not so much the fact is it like, oh, it's this silly little game Americans play. It's football. Like, it's the best players on earth playing it. Like, that's why it is a global brand. And to me, like, it really kind of shows of like, this is what like they have to figure out ways to watch at 3 a.m. and stuff, like that kind of thing. Like, there's a reason why there is a hunger for it over there, of even if it's nobody. It's the same reason that, if expanded March Madness came to Wichita and we had a game of Texas A&M versus NC State, people from Wichita are going to go, right? It's the same reason that people in London are like, oh, look, the NFL's here. Let's go.
Well, and you're trying to just capture each city, right? And they're doing it in a cool way where they're trying to attach these teams to the major cities. I'm surprised the NFL hasn't had more run in China. We know how important that is to the NBA. But if you look around, like basketball, you mentioned it, big in Asia, big in Europe, right? And they send players over. Baseball, Latin America owns baseball right now. Japan, Korea, these other places, these hotbeds where we're getting the players coming in. It makes the game more global and more people putting eyeballs on it. The NFL right now doesn't really have that, but they're trying. You see this cat from Africa that the Eagles drafted?
I did not.
Looks like a pro wrestler.
No.
He's one of the craziest looking athletes I've ever seen. Monster. Go look it up. The dude the Eagles drafted. And they've got a developmental league. It's where they got they already got one of their offensive linemen from it, and I can't think of his name now.
Jordan Mailata?
Yeah. Yep. Same pipeline, apparently. And so, like, you gotta get out there and do that. But more than anything, like, there's just too many people in the world right now that don't know what the NFL is all about. And if it can capture us here, it can capture people everywhere. It's a great product.
Yep.
So, I mean,
it's interesting. I don't know. It's interesting of how many that they're doing, I feel like. Is that
now, do I think that, London or Mexico City is going to have a team someday? No, probably not.
I'm like,
probably not. But doing this is the next best thing. Attaching the teams you have to these cities and having them play there occasionally is a great option to me. So those games will all come out. We know the Australia game, and we know the Rio de Janeiro game now is Ravens-Cowboys on a – now, this start time is interesting, but I think you can do it because of time zones. The Rio game this year, Ravens-Cowboys, is just a regular Sunday afternoon kick on CBS.
In Rio?
In Rio.
Well, that makes sense. The time zone's not that different.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
But the last Rio game was not on a regular Sunday window. When was that?
It was a Thursday. Or no, it was a Friday night. They played a Friday night game.
Yeah. Is that the Chiefs?
Yes.
The Chiefs
last
playing
year.
Rio? Yeah.
Last year.
So
Xavier Worthy got hurt on the first play.
That's right. So now you're looking at it and like they're just in the regular broadcast window. Cool. Like there's a lot of people in Brazil. We know Mexico's crazy for the NFL. I mean, the Cowboys, that's one of the reasons they're so dang valuable. They kind of own a country down there. So, we get that. Other ones, we know the Commanders are getting a London game. The Jags, of course, are getting a London game. They are kind of London's team, which is cool. They're getting 2 London games back-to-back weeks. That giving Jacksonville 2 games over there back-to-back weeks, I think, is awesome.
I think that's the best way. The best way to do it, obviously what they're doing now is fun, going to all the different countries. But, London's probably the biggest hotbed to hit over there, right? Like it's one of the most populated cities in Europe.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense what they're doing with the Jaguars. Like if they were going to scrap everything else, like I wouldn't even be opposed to seeing, and I wonder how the Jaguars feel about it, but like I wouldn't even be opposed to seeing the Jaguars being like, okay, you're playing half your home games in Jacksonville and half your home games in London.
That's too many. That's not
you would have to do it is that like you're gonna get 2 back-to-back, a bye, and then another one or something.
Well, you just give them 2 road games over there, like 2 of their road games and 2 of their home games make 4, but they're not good. That's what they do now. They're not I imagine they're not even comfortable giving up 2 home games.
Yeah.
So they give up.
It's true. And that's the other part of this is that, the Chiefs who have gone to they're in Germany 2 or 3 years ago. They played the Dolphins.
City.
Then did
Rams.
they ever do Mexico City? No, it never happened. That was the one that got scrapped, rememper?
I thought they made it up. I thought they made it up.
I don't think they ever played in Mexico. And then they played in Rio this past year. It's interesting of like, talking to people that are season ticket holders, like you lose a game, right? Like you lose a home game. And it's like you want to go watch them because you want, like, if you're somebody that wants to go watch every Chiefs game, which there are people out there that do that, or at least every home game, like now it's like, oh, you want to go there? Fly to London, fly to Munich, Germany.
They are attached to Germany so I forget what that connection is. We know that, oh man. How about this one? There have been a lot of these since we've been on the air, TJ. A lot of these are popping out. How about Eagles-Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day?
Does that usually happen?
Well, the Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving Day. They don't always play the Eagles on Thanksgiving Day. Sign me up for that. Inject that right into my veins. That's a good one. We see some of the games, some of the teams that are going to be there. I'm trying to see. We haven't talked about any of these. These are all kind of new for us. First Thursday night football game of the year, TJ. Lions-Bills.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
In the new stadium. I just saw that actually.
Are they open? Are they in there this year?
Mm-hmm. That's going to be the first game in it.
Oh, yeah. How good are the Lions going to be? Quick aside. What are we doing with the Lions now?
Same team without David Montgomery,
that's what I mean.
right?
Are we over them? I mean, they don't have David Montgomery, but they added Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the only change.
Are we kind of over that? They're not getting any run. I had them in the Super Bowl last year.
I mean, I assume they're going to be
same team.
I assume they're going to be just considered an NFC championship contender.
Yeah, that's what they were considered last year, and it doesn't feel like they were close. I believe that's all we have of now. You mentioned the big one for us here, which is that the Chiefs and the Broncos will open Monday Night Football. Man, I don't like that. I don't like any. I don't like that they're playing the Broncos in week 1 with Mahomes' injury. I mean, I would love it if he was healthy. I would love it what if Justin Fields and the Chiefs come out and beat Denver in week 1?
That'd be a big deal.
It'd be a real big deal and possible. They're at home, by the way, for that game. Are you buying into the Broncos? I died on that hill last year. Are we buying the Broncos this year?
I'll probably buy them more than I did last year. Depends on what it looked like. We didn't buy them last year because of the way they won their games. It wasn't anything about the roster.
Are you buying them over the Chiefs in the division, in the Chargers?
Probably not.
Who's your AFC West division winner?
I mean,
let's assume Patrick Mahomes goes week 1.
I would say that there is a 50-50 shot between the Chiefs and the Broncos.
No love for the Chargers, huh? Okay.
We've played this long and answer the Chargers so much.
What did they finish last year? They were right there, weren't they? They were right there. They were right there. They finished 3 games back at Denver. They weren't right there. They were way back, dummy. Yeah, I don't know who I'm picking yet on the division. I don't know who I'm picking for anything in football. And the thing is, like, what's going to change? Am I going to tune into training camp and be like, all right, this is going to change? Like, it feels, and this is what happens when you have a team like the Chiefs waver and the Eagles maybe have wavered a little bit. Like, who's the big dog right now? We're not going to say it's Seattle. We won't. Even though it might be, we're not saying it. Like, I can tell you right now, they will not be a prohibitive fate. Well, let's just look at the NFL odds. But from prognosticators anyway, they're not going to be everybody's favorite pick. They're not. And that's probably unfair to them. But or we're not putting the Chiefs there. I don't think anybody will put the Chiefs there. The Rams are the betting favorite right now at 7-1. Seahawks 10-1. Ravens, Bills also 10-1. So I guess your favorites would be Rams, Seahawks, Ravens, Bills. Okay, the Chiefs join a group of 4 or 5 teams, I should say, at 16-1. If I told you right now, I'll give you the 4 favorites. I'll give you the Rams, the Seahawks, the Ravens, or the Bills, or the field. Who are you taking?
Give me the list again. Did you just give me the NFC West?
No. Rams, Seahawks, Ravens, Bills.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear the Ravens. Or the field. I'd take the field.
I would take the field.
I don't feel like I feel good about all 4 of those teams, but I don't feel good enough to
that's
be
what I'm
like
saying.
That's the champ.
Most of the time when we play this game and you said, give me the top 4 or the field, I'm almost always taking the top 4 and not the field.
Yeah.
This year, though, no chance. I mean, you go all the way down the list here. We just talked about Denver's a 20-1 right now. The Cowboys, the Bears, where do you draw the line of no chance to win a Super Bowl this year? The Colts start the long odds at 40-1, so maybe you can start it there. The Commanders are down there. Like, there are some bets to be made there. But it feels like there's at least 10 to 12 teams right now that you'd be like, yeah, I could see that. I could see that for sure. I mean, I'll use the Cowboys a lot because I think they nailed the draft. 22-1 on the Cowboys. They're all in. They have to have everything go right. But in the NFC, that's a team that could do something crazy. The Packers, everybody's favorite last year, 20-1. I think we're in for a who knows NFL season. And then here sit the Chiefs, TJ. 16-1. Mahomes comes back healthy. I think most people think they did a really good job in the draft.
I'll say this. I don't know what you think, and I don't know that much about the rest of the NFL, off the top of my head. I'm sure I know it once I say it, but I think that the Chiefs may have been the team that got the best in the offseason.
You're living in a world of make-believe with flowers and bells and leprechauns and magic frogs with funny little hats.
Improved the most in the offseason. That was Max, by the way, the Chiefs hater, our resident Chiefs hater. Let me stew on that. That's a good topic for tomorrow. Who got the best over the offseason so far? Because there's still some notable free agents out there. I'd have to think about that. They'd be on the list, but they had a lot to do also, to be fair. They had a whole lot to do. But improved, yeah, I think you could make a case for them. We'll come back. Don't go away. We got more Sports Daily coming your way.